Hey, sweetie pies. Happy Mass Monday. Okay, so when I went into my videos, I realized something. Tara is not the perfect counter because our videos show in our playlist that we have 99 mass makes. And so I kind of flipped back through and I saw where I miscounted or put the wrong numbers here and there. So this is our 100th Mass Monday, okay? Yay! I only had one to go. One to go when I took my break. That's kind of funny. Well, praise the Lord. So today, what we are going to be doing is we're going to be making these super easy pockets. I made this one a little bit tall because unless you're going to be putting taller items in here, I think it would be better to make it shorter, but I'm going to make it a little bit shorter and probably a little bit wider. So it's, you know, not a ton wider. But I am going to be using some background papers, Tim Holtz. This is going to get glued in, so of course the back doesn't look like anything, you know, fun. We could do a little hole, thumb hole on this one. Let's try that. I hadn't thought about it till right now, but that way you could kind of see. Oh, it's not going to. I wonder if my little thing is going to go in here. Oh, there we go. Maybe. I've got that little. I'm going to go ahead and just do, oh, it doesn't want to cut it. Oh, darn it, it messed it up a little bit. Let's try that again and see if we can get it right. Okay, cut. Nope, it's not wanting to cut. Okay, so I need to sharpen this. Uh-oh, now it's not wanting to open. Oh, no, oh, no. There we go. Okay, well, what I will do is I'll just trim where I did that. What I was going to say is I will sharpen that with some aluminum foil. It is old. That is about 3 years old. It's one of the first little items I bought for myself when I started doing this journey. And yeah, but anyway, got a little thumbnail there now. But what I use today is, and you could use vellum if you wanted to, if you don't have any transparency acetate. But I was blessed. I didn't have any forever. And then the lovely, let's see, I got some from my sweet Vanessa, and I also got some, I believe, from Laura. And so this one, I think, is from Miss Vanessa. I'm pretty sure. It's been a while since I received that Happy Mail. I'm looking at the paper and thinking that's the paper. That's why I'm thinking that, and the tape. So anyways, but these are really nice, kind of thicker transparency. And look at that. She was so generous. Praise God. What a good friend she is. And she is even not on the channel. We became friends on the channel, and she is a lovely, wonderful friend in real life as well, not just via this channel. She's one of my admins. Well, she is my admin. I don't have more than one on the Facebook group. And so if you have received something from Vanessa on Facebook as a happy birthday wish, that's our girl. So now I noticed this just now. I didn't notice before. This side's a little more rough, and this side is a little more smooth. Huh. I did not notice that. I've used the smooth on this one. Okay, so these are super easy. Let's get started because it is a little bit time consuming. You know me, I don't need a ton of fun things for my collection of mass makes. I have a lot of mass make. So what I'm thinking is these, my journals are usually about 6 or 5.5 inches wide. These squares here are 6 inches wide. I'm looking to see if there's any I want to use that I could trim off, like one edge. I do love the backgrounds on Tim Holtz papers. They are so much fun, aren't they? They're just awesome. Now on these, if I did it on one side, I'd have the other side as a journaling space if I wanted it to be, which would be very cool as well. You do not have to sew on these. I did that for fun. I am able to reach my sewing machine. It's right next to me now. And then I just glued some fun stuff on. You could even choose to decorate the paper underneath. I had thought of that as I was doing this. You could decorate the paper underneath and then just put the acetate on top. Okay, maybe we'll do one if I remember that thought. But these are acetate pockets. I haven't thought of a name for them, so that's their name for right now. I'm just looking real quick to see if I want to use any of these papers. These are pretty, aren't they? And I also, that's one of my favorites right there. I've always loved that. I don't know why, but I just do. What's the back look like of that one? Oh, cool. And then, of course, this guy, my fave. Always my fave. I could have just like a whole pad of him, and I'd be happy. And then here's some backgrounds I haven't used that are also Tim Holtz. And these are just the white backing. They're not double-sided, but they are fun and very ancient looking. I actually think these were from a Halloween set. And as most of you know, I don't celebrate Halloween really. We do like a harvest thing at our church, but so I don't do a bunch of skulls and things, and I don't condemn anybody who does, of course, but that's just not really my thing. And so I bought these though because they were kind of just really old looking wallpapers, and I like that. Gosh, I can't decide. What do you think? Oh gosh, decide, Tara. Okay. I'm not going to use that because that's one of my favorites. So I want to keep it. It's my last one. I'm hanging on to it for dear life. But this one is nice. And we could trim this one just a little bit and kind of make it a little bit more. And I'm going to stick these strips that I cut off into my little, what do you call it, jar that I have all my rulers, paper rulers and stuff in, that I showed you guys the other day on the glue video. I've still got it sitting here. I'm going to put those as some strips right in my little jar, and that way I don't throw them away. I get to use them as decorative. And now I believe, let me grab a ruler, make sure I don't have my Tim Holtz glass thing out, working board, you know. Yeah, I'm at 4 3/4. Yeah, so, and it doesn't matter on the height, really. That is short enough, I think, to have a little fun with. I just thought that it would be better to have it a little bit shorter than I did this first one. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. So all we're going to do is, I'm just going to, oh, that's what I did. I'm trying to think what I did. I used my tape. I used my really skinny double-sided tape for this. Okay. And I'm just going to take this up along the edge. And there will be probably some trimming when it's all said and done for me, because I cut these. So, of course, it's not going to be perfectly even. And won't that be a nice background for a journal card? Yeah. The other one, that taller one, I'll probably glue it in as a double pocket or something, you know. Gosh, it's funny. I'm having to remember in my head, like, our lingo, because I haven't talked junk journals in so long. We have a crafting fair coming up here at the park I live at, and for those of you who don't know, Courtney and I just moved, and we moved into a 55+ park. I'm the plus, he's the minus. You'll probably hear that joke more than once because I say it a lot to people. And to explain that he's a younger guy, because they always look at us and go, which one of you are 55? Like, I'm the plus, which is a blessing, amen, right? But so we moved in, and they have all kinds of things happening around, of course, at the clubhouse. So they're going to have a crafting sale where I can have a table and try to sell some of those journals that are in my shop that haven't sold. Because, you know, it's been a rough last few years, and people just can't afford those journals as much as they could a few years ago when I first started doing this. So I'm hoping maybe I'll get some bites. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull this over as far as I can to the corner. I want to waste as little as possible. I can try to get this as even as I can. It is, of course, a little bit hard because I can't see it very good. But let's see. I did pretty good. I'll do a little trimming, but now I'm just going to cut along this edge. Like I said, this is the edge that I cut, so it's going to be crooked. I'll have to trim it a little bit more. It's okay. But these are so easy, right? And fun. Actually, we're done making the actual pocket, okay? And now, and you can't even, as you can see, barely, I don't know if you can even see the tape. Can you guys even see it? I can see it just slightly when I hold it at the right angle. But yeah, it's a perfect way to put a fun shine on, you know, how we usually use it, more matte. And I just thought this would be a fun way to use some of my acetate. And I also wanted to think of something that I hadn't really seen other people do. And I haven't seen anybody do it like this exactly. So I'm sure somebody has. I'm just saying I haven't seen them. So put it in the comments if you know of somebody who makes this pocket. Easy peasy. So there's one. And we're just going to go along and pick some papers. And we're going to keep going and making some of these. So I want this. I'll go ahead and do this one just a little bit shorter. I kind of like this paper. Which side do I want to use? I like all that. This side's nice too, but I like where it breaks and stuff. So let's go ahead and let's make a little bit even shorter piece. I'm not sure. I got to check here real quick. Oh, that was really off. Let's see. How wide are these? Oh, good. They're only 5 inches. So I do not have to do anything to this one if I don't want. You know what? I will, though. Only because that's kind of cutting it really close to the edge of my stuff. You know what I mean? My page. For when I put this in a journal. So these, without the second backing, I will be gluing these down as like a pocket with a pocket. You know what I mean? So there'll be a double pocket. This one I will use as a pocket journal card. So very cool. I like this. I like this a lot. I think it's really pretty. I see some shiny on the edge I'll have to trim off, but I really like that. And it'll be fun to decorate over it just enough to, you know, let the picture behind pull out. But at the same time, let's see here. Wrong one. I have both of my tapes out. I should probably put this one over here, and that way I don't keep grabbing it there. Because, you know, I was experimenting before we came on and trying to figure out, you know, exactly. I'm going to put this as my top. Figure out exactly how I was going to do this. And, of course, I had one flop. And then I had success. So that's not bad, right? Not too bad. I'm using my smaller scissors because my larger ones are kind of dull. During the move, Cordy would grab my scissors, and they were actually my newer ones from IKEA, and now they're dull. So I need to order some new scissors from IKEA because my honey used them like to do stuff around the house. And then I realized they were my newer ones, and I'm like, those are my new scissors? He said, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. The only reason I knew is because I saw my initials on them, and I had written my initials on the new pairs. Otherwise, I wouldn't even have known. Okay. So we just peel off our tape. If you don't have tape, you can use staples. You could do staples if you don't mind the look of staples. You can use glue. It will show through somewhat and be not quite as even an edge, but it will work if you want to use it. Just totally up to you. Let's see. I want that shiny side up, I think. I like that better. Now let's see if I can do this evenly again, as much as possible. I'm shaking now because you guys are watching. I'm kidding. There we go. So go ahead and do our little trim. And if you trim through the acetate and the paper, I mean, don't worry about that. Through the paper, you know, and go down a little deeper into it, it's okay. It's all right. And I'm going to do the bottom because I did not get that right up to that edge. There we go. And number 2. How easy, right? I don't think it's too laborious. Only a little bit. Let's see, I could do like a long pocket. I could even use this one with, I don't know, something, let's see, like a short skinny one, but you know what, or I could go like something like that. This is just a piece of paper I just grabbed. It's one of Tina's papers I have in my little envelope right here. Let's see, what else do I have that's pretty? What else do I have that's pretty? Could do that. You could even do like a half a pocket and have your paper up above. Lots of options. Lots of options. But I'm going to stick to what we're doing today. I'm just seeing if I have... Oh, I like that rose right there. That would be a pretty little pocket to glue down. You know what I mean? Just trim this off the edge. Okay, and then does it go across? I didn't even pay attention. It does, doesn't it? Yes. So I'm not going to be using this entire piece. Actually, I should have cut that and measured it, huh? Let's see real quick. I can still do that. Just gotta... So this will be like a little bottom of the page type of pocket, okay? Okay. All right. And also something I did not do that I did on that first one, and I totally forgot to do it until right this minute, is I did not distress my edges of the paper, which bugs me, of course, because that acetate I do not believe will hold, you know, any type of distress. I don't think it will. Let me see. I doubt it. Yeah, it'll rub off. Yeah, because you'd only be able to distress with a, what do you call it? Ink. See, I'm out of practice. Archival ink. Okay, so you could use an archival ink if you wanted to distress that outer without the, if you forgot, like me. Because that would stay, probably. Okay. It's okay. I'll remember from now on. Now where'd my little piece go? Here we go. So we're just gonna, you know what, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna sit that there and still can't see it that great, but there. That's pretty good. Not bad. No, it's bad. I only have a little bit to trim off. I'm going to trim this bottom part because I have a little hangy thing here. Okay. There we go. There, so that's just a short little pocket. It'll go like on the bottom of a page, like that. Cute. Okay, so how's everybody doing this week? Okay, for me, it is last week on Wednesday. I have a doctor's appointment today. I'm going to get imaging done on my, I think I told you guys on my thyroid. I said it on the prayer. Oh, I might have said it in the video last week. I'm doing a ultrasound on my thyroid and an x-ray of my foot and my ankle because I've been having like a lot of really horrendous pain in my foot at times. It comes and it goes. It's really, really kind of strange, you guys. So as I was looking in here, I saw some really pretty pieces that would make a nice backdrop. What paper of Miss Tina's would it make a nice backdrop? Hello, I like this. Oh, but you know what? It's not wide enough. That's the only thing. I want it to be, I am sensing that a wider piece as opposed to a narrow piece is good. Now this wouldn't be too bad, but it's easier to reach into this pocket because this is not, you know, as flexible. That's one thing I noticed with this. It's like if I put something in here, it's going to have to be taller items, or, you know, because it'd be hard to get them out. So keep that in mind. How many minutes have we been doing this? 22 minutes, and we have hit, or we've done 3, so that's not too bad. I'm looking here real quick. Oh, here it is. My Distress ink. I'm not going to do that one. It's a little dark. Oh, some pretty cards in here. They are pretty papers, huh? Let me see. Also, I've got some of my stuff over here. Wouldn't mind using. I actually printed these out on photo paper. Oh, and you could use like some postcards. That would be cute. A little postcard like that. Gosh, you know, there's so many papers, so little time, right? So I'm going to use this one, and we're just going to do a little, not that this needs its edges darkened too much. It is printed on a cream cardstock, so I was going to say this will be a nice writing surface for someone, so we'll go ahead and darken the back. It's so cool to be back with you guys. It just feels like I never left, but I was gone for 5 months. Well, let's see, June, July, August, September, October, November. Yeah, 5 months. Oh my gosh. Gee whiz. A lot of life happened in that 5 months, huh? We need to have a live and just like talk to each other. If your Tara can remember how to do one. It's been a minute. You know, I'm never very secure with those anyway. I mean, you know, figuring out all the buttons to push and the right way to set everything. I always get a little nervous I've done it wrong. But I could try. Put in the comments if you'd like to have a live. I know most of you would that are my regulars, because you guys are awesome. And you're so much fun. We have such a good time when we do lives. We end up being on here. What, the last time was like almost 3 hours or something crazy like that. Forever. And we just all chit-chatted in the comments the whole time. I mean, we made like, I don't know, 4 or 5 different things just for fun, and just talked, and you guys kind of let me know what you liked and what you didn't like. Remember? And then we had a blast. It was great. I loved it. I did. I loved every minute of it. Let's see if this is enough to get... Oh, I'd have to be really exact. Let me see. Really exact. I think I can do it. Yeah, I don't like to waste... I wouldn't anyway. I'd make frames or something, you know. I haven't done that in a long time. Made picture frames out of acetate. It's fun. That'd be another fun thing to do with these, is use pretty papers in the background and make some cool frames with the acetate. Okay, so I think the top part of this was the widest. So we're going to use this as our line here, this white line. And I'm going to try to get that on there as good as possible. Yay! It worked. It worked. So we're just going to trim it off. Wait till you guys see the drawers that all of our mass make stuff is in. Some of it is made from other videos that we did just craft along and stuff, but for the most part, the drawers are full of our mass makes. And I think we need to have a mass make crafting day. So like that day we only use what we've mass made, you know what I mean? And do the crafting out of that, and maybe make that one of our days. Now that we're kind of on a reset, right? Shoot out some ideas. I mean, we used to do, when I first started, we did Inspire Me Day, and those were videos that I did of things that other people had done that inspired me. There's another one. There's 4. And these are all different shapes and sizes, as you can see. You know, what time is it? Let's go ahead and decorate one. I don't need a ton of this, so we're just going to do the 4. If you guys made like 8 or 9, that's awesome. But, you know, I think that for me, this is a good amount for right now. So I was eyeballing her. She's not, I don't know, maybe if she's darkened a little bit. Let's look. Anyway, but yeah, send some ideas out. We used to have Save Your Cash, Use Your Stash Day. We had Inspire Me Day. We had, oh, because we used to do the challenges on the Facebook group, so we had that day every week. Now I darkened her on the edge of her face, and it kind of blew it. She's pretty, but that kind of messed her up. I'll see about using her again later. Anyway, so let me know what you think, what you would like to do for fun. These are kind of cool to put on here. These are like these. I got out of a kit from online. I don't remember who made the kit, but I've always liked it a lot. I love to put words on stuff, and I love to, I wonder, I'm going to give that archival ink a try. I think I have a brown here. Yes, it's not much of it left. I mean, I think it's kind of worn out and old, but let's see if I've got any juice to it still. Oh, yeah, there's some juice in there. Let's see. Let's try and see if we can ink this a little bit. Yeah. And then do the edge with the archival and see if it'll stay once it dries. I don't know if this will work or not, you guys. You can always glue some stuff to the edges so that they don't show as much. You could do some lace, or you could do material. You can do anything, right? We can do anything with this. It's so much fun. There's no rules. If you're new to junk journaling, remember that, okay? There's no rules. You don't need to worry about, is that okay, or is that what that really is, or should I have not done that? Now we're going to give that a second to dry and see if possibly it'll stay on there. And I'll let you know. Yeah, just ask anybody in the comments and they will tell you we don't have any rules with junk journaling. I'm just trying to pull this little drawer out. This has got a lot of Tim Holtz goodies in it, and so I thought maybe I'd grab something out of here. That scene, that's fun. You can add overlap from other pieces of his. This will be more of an earthy botanical one, huh? Let's do that. I've got things put away, and I was telling you guys the other day, and it's true, I've got to go through some of my, yeah, I'm going to put that there, some of my stuff, and kind of get a grasp, I should say, of where everything's at. It's kind of comical. And Cordy, you guys would laugh at him. He's like, I cannot believe that you had all that stuff that you have in your crafting area in that little house. I can't believe you did. How did you even find room? Because this room is much, you know, I've got like the size of our living room is probably, my crafting area is probably at least half of our living room, and I had everything in a small corner. Yeah, let's see. Is it staying? No, I don't think it is. Well, no, it's coming off. It'll probably rub off if, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, but he's like, I can't believe you had all that stuff in there. I said, I know, it's crazy, but it worked while I was doing it. It worked at the time. And let me see, what about my strips, of course. Let's look at these. Sorry, I'm trying to pull them out. Now, you know, I just love, no, that's not going to go good, but that might. I just love strips along the edges of my work. I think they're very fun to even to just build on top of each other and stuff. I don't know why, I just love them. Let me cut this one to the length of this. And I'm probably going to thin it out a little bit. Actually, I think I'll tear it on the edges. Yeah, so he was teasing me about that. I'm like, I don't know, I just made it fit. That's what we do, right, girls? We just make it fit. We have to. We have to have our stuff. Now I have like almost everything in the same room with me. I do have some stuff in chest of drawers in the bedroom, the guest room. I have a chest of drawers that's got a full, you know, all my fabric, all my stuff like that is in the chest of drawers. And then I have another 4 drawer set that actually has materials. It's got fabrics. It's got all of my sewing threads and stuff like that, because I didn't have a good place in this room to hang my, I had a rack with all my sewing threads and stuff. There wasn't a good place to hang it in here. So I had to make do. And so that's what I did. So we're going to put, oh, I don't want to go through there. I'll just cover that flower right there. That's good enough. yeah, I just didn't want to, you know, mess up my wall in here because I just couldn't see any good place to put it. But other than that, I think I have almost all the stuff that was up in that hallway I showed you guys in the other house. I have that in this room with me. So I know you guys are, some of you I know are chomping at the bit to see the room, because I know that you really want to see the room. We talked about it so much. And I promise I'll show it to you guys. I need to, like I said, I need to get myself cleaned up and decide this is the day we're going to do the video, and make myself pretty, because I'm going to show you my face. Woohoo! Oh, big deal. Not that big a deal, I promise. Okay. You've all seen me on Facebook. It's not a big deal. Okay, so we're just building a little picture. I don't want to cover everything, so we're going to kind of play with figuring out how to put some... Where are my little people? Now that, that, my loves, is a challenge. Where are the little people? This is what I'm talking about. I don't know where everything is yet. Okay, so I went on a huge hunt and I found my little people. And so I put them in a drawer closer to me so I would not, so that I would not have to look everywhere for them again. I finally said, Lord, please tell me where those are. I can't find them. And I had went and looked at a certain place, and I don't know how, but I missed them in the drawer they were in, and he put on my heart to go back to that same area, and I looked through that drawer again, and there they were. I guess I didn't open it. Maybe I looked and assumed they weren't in there. I don't know, but praise the Lord. I found them, so that's awesome. So I'm thinking that I'd like to put a gentleman on this one. And I was wondering too, I like these. I don't know why, but these always, for me, these little things here do something for stuff. I don't know what it is about them, but these numbers and like these pieces here, yeah, for whatever reason, they just make me happy. I have no idea why. I have different ones that are all, I've got a bunch of them in here, but they're all buried in other stuff. I'm looking through here to try and find some. Oh, here's one. I like this one. That one's nice. Oh, that one's more girlies, Paris art stuff, so I'll leave that for another piece. But let's see here. Travel far enough, you meet yourself. That's kind of cool. I don't know how true that is, but I get what he means, though. I get the sentiment. Praise the Lord. Now, I'm going to go ahead and kind of hit this and darken that yellow a little bit because it's kind of bright. There we go. And I think we're going to make that what he stands on. So we're going to glue him. We're going to glue. Well, we got to darken him, though, huh? You know how I do. We got to do this. Okay, I've also just realized I have that archival ink on here, so I have to be careful. I don't want to stain the top of my little thing here. Okay. All right, so I like to, for anybody who doesn't know, I like to darken the white, the brightness of these, and kind of make them more yellowed looking. And I think on this one I may, I don't know, what should I kind of want to do an edge of some sort of, oh, you know what? I think I know what I want to do, if it'll fit. I'll give it a try. Let's see. Because the color will look pretty cool with this. So there he is, and then I've got some of my tape. This is turning into a Tim Holtz piece. Didn't mean for it to, but it is. So I've got some of this tape, and I'm thinking that maybe a piece of that along the bottom might look kind of cool. I have a lot of pieces in here that are like parts of this, and I was looking to see, not quite. I want it to go between here and here and just kind of add a little flavor to this piece, but I kind of want it to be in the greens. So I'm going to cut right here, and we'll do this across the base and then the green piece here. I don't know if this will really work or not, but I just kind of wanted to add a little bit of something else on the bottom there. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, oh well. We're just going to kind of cut this at an angle. That's not bad. I think this tape will probably stick pretty good. I wonder if this will tear for me at all. I've never really tried to edge this. It's not really working, is it? Nope. Okay, well, we'll just trim that. I think it'll stick to this acetate pretty good, though. I usually use some glue, but I'm not going to this time. I'm just going to darken that a little bit so those edges kind of blend together. And then I'm even going to bring this little guy down on top so he can stand on this, and you'll just see a hint of that tape behind there, which I personally like, just to have little peekaboos of stuff, you know what I mean? Come on. There we go. All right. So I hope you guys like these as our 100th, I feel like it's an anniversary here. It took me 3 years, you know, or no, 2 full years, and then part of this last period of the year. I would have gotten it, of course, like I said, back in June, so it would have been 2 exact years. I guess we've been a channel for 2.5 years. Let's see. Yeah, I started the channel, well, I started crafting videos in, there we go. I started crafting videos in June. I had started the videos, but I just hadn't made it like official. I got a lot of fun little just funky signs in here that I think might have something fun. Shoe fly. You know what would look cute too is my looking through my, oh, you know what, never mind. I was gonna say some of my stamps, but I don't think that any of them are in here. I was gonna say my Tim Holt, yeah, they're put away in another thing, which I would have to look for. So we're not going to do all that. Let's see. I just want to add maybe a word or two here. We can do beautiful day. Could be along here. Or along here. I just feel like something else needs to be on here. I kind of think I like this along the edge of this torn piece here. So he looks like quite the gentleman who was out having a nice walk out in nature. You know, I wish Tim Holtz would do these little people. I wish that they would get more exact with the way they make them and do like an animal pack, and do like I've thought of this a lot, and do like a soldier pack, and then like a botanical pack with people that look like they've been out, you know, in the forest or the woods, you know, or in the, you know what I'm saying. I just think that would be so much fun, because so many of us, you know, we do these by theme, and I of course love our little people in the packet, but I just think it'd be cool to do one that has more I don't know, more precise theme in it. That looks cute. I wonder if I don't want to do like, I don't know if this would even be a thing. Let me grab this here. I was going to say maybe this along the edge. I feel like it doesn't. That's going to cover my little birds. That would look cute if it weren't for the birds right there, and I really want them. Well, you know what I could do is just do this along the top. That's a fun, yeah. There you go. That kind of, yeah, I like that. Okay, so we're going to do that. Let's just measure this. And we're going to, none of my scissors want to cut anything today. And then I always tear that end off and kind of scruff it up a little bit. I love this, and this comes from Hobby Lobby. Oh, that's something I didn't tell you guys. Supposedly, they haven't started building it yet, but they have torn down a building to supposedly put it there. They are going to build a Hobby Lobby in my new city of Casa Grande. We will see. Many of us are, I know I'm covering the butterfly, but many of us are kind of skeptical, I guess. There's people who've lived here a long time, and they're like, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it, kind of thing, you know. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted. I'm sure hoping, because Hobby Lobby is very far from me, you know. It always has been, living in Coolidge. Now it's still really far. It's a little bit closer, I think. Well, I don't know. I think it's about the same. Anyway, so there's our pocket. Isn't this a little cutie patootie? So you have your pocket, and you've got a nice background. Or this one's the pocket journal card, because you can flip this over and write something on the back. So anyway, I hope you guys had fun. I know I did. I like these a lot. This was a fun 100th, what do you call it? I don't know. I don't even know what I want to say. What's the word I'm looking for? Piece, I guess. 100th piece of our Mass Mondays. So we will be doing this one again in a year. Or no, 2 years. Fun stuff. We might do them again before that if I decide I want to. I really like all the peekaboo of the paper behind, and you just get pieces of it. I think that's a lot of fun. So just as a reminder, here's the other one I did, and like I did with this one, I could sew around this edge, which I think would be really cute. Okay, so I jumped off camera and sewed it. So there you go, guys. I think it's pretty cute. I just did a little zigzag on the side here. I was real sloppy, but I just took a straight stitch around the edge, changed to zigzag. My machine went, "What are you doing?" And I don't mind those kind of mistakes personally, and it just gives it even an extra little bit of seal there. But yeah, so there we go. Isn't that fun? They're cutesy. I like them. I hope you do too. And I'm so happy you came to see me today and you spent this time with me. Thank you for inviting me into your home. Have a blessed and wonderful day, and I will see you in the next crafting video. God bless you. Bye-bye.